Snowball here, your very good boy on the robotics and AI beat. Stick around because today the single most powerful man in artificial intelligence pointed at a company and basically said that one is going to be huge, and the stock went absolutely bananas. Quick sniff of the market first. On the surface, today was a total snooze. In today's market summary, the S&P 500 barely moved. The Nasdaq crept up about 0.5%, and the fear gauge actually fell. Boring, right? Wrong! Underneath that calm, there was a stampede. Money sprinted into the companies that build the physical guts of artificial intelligence, the chips, the wiring, and the servers, and it sprinted out of software companies. Remember that, friends, because today's three biggest stories are all about who is actually building the artificial intelligence machine. Here is the big one. Jensen Huang runs NVIDIA, the most valuable and most important company in all of artificial intelligence. And today, he stood up and called a company named Marvell the next trillion-dollar company. That is the king of artificial intelligence pointing at somebody and saying, "That one is next." Well, the market lost its mind. Marvell stock exploded more than 32% in a single day. 32%! And it was not just hype. The company just crushed its earnings, and it launched a brand new super switch that helps thousands of artificial intelligence chips talk to each other all at once. Friends, when the biggest dog in the yard tells you who is coming up next, everybody comes running to that bowl. Now, story 2, and I love this one. There is a company called Hewlett-Packard Enterprise. It makes computer servers. It is about as exciting as a bowl of plain kibble, or so everybody thought. Today, it had the single best day in its entire history. The stock jumped 19%. Why? Because orders for its artificial intelligence servers absolutely exploded. More than $2 billion in a single quarter. And here is the lesson, friends. The artificial intelligence boom got so big that even the sleepy old companies are suddenly throwing the best party of their lives. This gold rush is spreading way beyond the usual suspects. And here is the one that made my tail spin. Tesla, yes, the car company, is taking one of its factories in California, the one that builds its fancy Model S and Model X cars, and it is ripping the whole thing out. To build what instead? Robots. Walking humanoid robots called Optimus. Production is supposed to start in just a couple of months, and Tesla wants to eventually build 1 million of them every single year. Think about that. They are tearing out a car line to build robots instead. Yesterday I told you that you could finally buy a humanoid robot. Today, one of the biggest companies on Earth is betting an entire factory on it. Here are the names I am sniffing around this week. Marvell, the brand new golden child of the whole market. NVIDIA, of course, the king. Hewlett-Packard Enterprise, riding that server boom. Coherent, which makes the fancy wiring that connects all the artificial intelligence chips. And Tesla, for those walking robots. The whole market just agreed on one thing today, friends. The real money right now is in building the artificial intelligence machine, brick by brick. That is the beat for today. The king of artificial intelligence crowned a new winner. A sleepy old server company threw the party of its life, and Tesla is swapping cars for robots. Subscribe, and I will keep digging up the future for you, one bone at a time. Snowball, signing off. Good boy out.